Day 13. Let's see how many times I can die on this unlucky day. Thanks, my phone. I am well aware that I can use you to control my Twitch. Got a crystal ready. Got another one queued up. Alright. Bags unpacked. Scav bag set. And by scav bag, I mean the miscellaneous bag I keep using for scavenger, despite the fact I probably should sew these two suckers together and just make a new pouch. But that requires me to actually decide to do something. And if you're this far into the series with me, you know that's not going to happen. Food resets. Oh, snowy theme. It's fine. It's fine. Let's hit the scav. Pull from memory. We don't need those. That will do it automatically. That'll do it automatically. Coins and ore rooms are going to be the annoyance for finding. Gilded Village is gilded. Ore room 1. Ow. What in the world? Like, I know in theory they added some new mobs. I apparently have no clue what they are, because I didn't even catch a decent glimpse of whatever that was. It made a chilled cloud when it exploded. Or is that... Yeah, it made a chilled cloud when it exploded. Oh, of course I got some purple. Don't even need any purple. Really? No wishbones yet? In and under. Sucker. You spawn stuck. There's a wishbone. So let's finish this point of interest. Okay, that's everything on this floor. I could head upstairs, but I have a decent amount of go harvest wooden that I need to get done. Fear cloud my beloathed. Thorns trickling on hits makes for some funny interactions sometimes. The dog jumps into me. Jumps like on power line. One thing I do like about the design on this little house, all the mobs are too dumb to get inside if they aren't already. Like, yeah, they'll hang right there at the door, and, like, I'll have to deal with them eventually, but illegal block in the back, 5-yard penalty. Remains 4th down. If you're a real gamer, you'd know that 4th down would be a bad place for anything like that to be happening because you probably shouldn't be playing anything but punting at that point. Remember, there's 2 types of stonefall. Active and retroactive. Active prevents you from taking the damage in the first place. Retroactive is, I can heal that afterwards. That's clear, that's clear. Corner. Gilded. Alright. Nearest way out of here is here. Gilded ores. Can't tell. I think the living is there. I swear some of the ancient dungeon epics are effectively just carves at this point. Because that particular shape only really appears in one place, and it's very consistent about it. Sparkle tea. I have dash 8. And the same consistency I always have with that stupid point of interest in that location. Halfway through my wooden. More. Coins. Coins. No blood vials. Dang. Get your butts over here. Thank you. Do. I'm not supposed to beat the doggos entirely with my face. I'm supposed to, like, land at least one smack. Alright. In theory, at this point, I should just be, like, running for coins. and skipping things that aren't coins or coin related. But since I still need wooden, clearing most points of interest is still not a bad idea. What would you do for a Klondike bar? I'd say something about going to the store, but I've mentioned I decide I need to go to the store, and then I don't get out to one for like months. Because I am bad about that, and people keep borrowing my car by putting theirs into the shop. It's like, really? Anyways, down to just wooden. And of course, chromatic. Aw, those aren't planks, those are slabs. Got a dungeon, there's a gilded there. Wooden! Okay. Like, okay, yeah. They are using chromatic slabs, so I guess it's fine to get the chromatic slabs. Entire lack of a bridge there now. Let's go. Boys. Like, it doesn't even get me soul shots, so I don't... And I already got the experience just for killing it. Let's see. Ooh. Right. Some of the decorations in some of these are absolutely ridiculous. Leaves are blue ice. I do wish that there were, like, just a couple more completely free points of interest. We've got this and the U-Bend ore one. But even, like... Yeah, I know, they feel bad when the entire point of interest is, like, a singular chest. So I could understand, yeah, you don't want to necessarily make it any too likely thing to have, like, a single ornate chest that feels bad to have taken up an entire spawning space, or a gilded in a tiny present wrapped up with a pretty bow. But like, maybe? Collects me some blue ice. Stop, boys. Trying to mine this. Alright. 16 pages, at least 10 green, at least 1 wishbone. So technically that's a wrap. All I need is a turn-in, right? It wasn't there. There it is. So I could turn in right now. Something is something. The passive aggressive. You should get a mailbox. Because how else am I going to send you the chromatic wood that you're building out of? Yeah. So I am currently destroying infrastructure in your name. Something, something. It's not a war crime because it technically serves a military purpose as well as a civilian purpose. Wait. Purple lanterns. You mean the lead ones? Or they're like a particular one in like the hallways? Because like I got 2.5 minutes. Well, it's a little bit annoying to get to the hallway I came in by, so this one. Yeah, lead lanterns. Like, I got 2 minutes. The only annoying thing is because of the falling lanterns code or whatever, that Quark added or whatever. I can't guarantee I'll get them unless I kind of mine them directly, so I can't necessarily 2-for-1 them with the logs they're on. Because I'm not wandering around with a, what you call it, Paxel yet. Okay, there's the turn in. Easiest way up is here. I say as I completely miss the dash. Purple lanterns. Purple lanterns. Okay. These are your problem now. Oh. Like, yeah, I want to do living runs, but 2 chest scrolls to lock up my bounties for a while? Let's see. 4 times 24. Nah. I'm not doing quite good enough on my chromatic iron that I'm willing to make that exchange. That one, yeah. I got distracted. What did I come in here for? Polished, polished. Right, so easiest way to make polished is to take regular vault stone, which unfortunately for me, because I don't have stack upgrading on my miscellaneous chest yet. No, not enough. You might have to smelt some. You can raid that at the moment because, like, I'm still far enough away that I'm not currently setting it up. And, I'll continue to crack mod boxes and should get some more. So, since you're planning on starting there as opposed to me, where I've got the wall at the moment, which, let's see. This has already been encoded in the wall. This needs to be encoded in the wall. This is already encoded in the wall. This is already encoded in the wall. Yep. Cool. As I said, I am not a fan of the some of the newer animated textures. Like I know you're taking advantage of the newer technology, but at the same time, like some of it, like just feels a bit off compared to like its older pulsing glowing. Especially like the Laramar. Like, yeah, okay. I'm being nitpicky about a loose ore in a game where I can easily, very, very, very easily go and get myself one of the numerous resource packs that people have put out over the years for it. And swap my ores back or swap to one of the fancy ones. And it doesn't matter then that you've changed the design at all because at that point, I'm using my own. The only problem with the auto packing ones is if you end up with it packing all of the instances of it already. You can't just use like the deposit upgrade to match inventory. So I still want conversions. But for now, I've got a... Yeah, like, how am I supposed to put these away if they keep converting away exactly? These away. Now I have to walk back over here and manually put them away, which completely defeats the purpose of me having a deposit upgrade. Okay, not completely. I still put away a lot of the stuff. But like, anyways, it's currently storming outside, so I should probably use that bed I never tend to click on, right? Alright. Purple lantern. Purple lantern. Purple lantern. Alright. Ugh. Let's clear the filter on this. Loot. Belt. Pog. Silk. Diamond. Alright. You're empty. You're upgradable. Let's stitch you together. Upgrade. Base upgrade. Silk block, Larimar. How much Larimar did I... Yeah, okay. Okay. 1, 2. Sure, we can have a bit extra at the moment. 1, 2. Three, 4. Alright. Stack up rate tier 1 is 2 diamonds. I was like, wait, it didn't end up in the main inventory. Where did it go? Right. Alright. We're going to go with stack 1. We're going to go to stack 2. Not restock, deposit. Okay, I've got just enough chromatic currently cooked for the iron. I need one of my precious echoes. Two standard silk. That's empty. Okay. Hi, bot number 1 for the stream. No, I don't need you to advertise my Twitch. I already get the viewers I want. Well, mostly. Alright. 7 blocks and 5 on chromatic iron, which means I've got to collect more at some point. But I'm about to go down into the depths to go and find some more vault stones so that I can make some polished. So I'll call that. Yeah. But you see, I also should do some wandering around in my own caves every so often. And it can be a little bit therapeutic to get to wander around in the caves. because like, well, the vaults are like inside, they're consistently repeating enough. And like, okay, yeah, Minecraft caves also are fairly repeating, so like the Vault Hunter ones also end up fairly repeating, but you get slightly more variety still with the natural caves because like we don't have a lush theme that looks this crowded and chaotic. And if you run for like 3+ years, inside the vault is very, very repetitive. Which, like, okay, when you're playing roguelikes, it is nice when there is some repetition. Makes it easier to track down what in the world you're wanting to deal with next. You learn the little secrets that the early players don't know yet. Like, how many new players will be able to jump up to that living I consistently can spot in the one room with, like, the ramp up and then the ramp down. Like, that's one of my favorite little living things to find. But if you don't know to look for that, like, you might chance on it one day when you finally figure out that Hunter is an absolutely cracked ability. But before then, no. You aren't going to find that. Like, maybe if you're up there at, like, that ore point of interest, you'll manage to, like, spot the light nearby and go and look, especially when mobs pour out of it, because you were close enough that they spawned. But if you aren't looking for it, alright. Amethyst. Unfortunately, Smartbook's been down here and already raided one of the big piles of vault stone. And in theory, I would have more vault stone if I had done the upgrades I just did earlier. Making it into a loot belt and adding at least 4 stacks. Rather than, like, look, I'm just avoiding anything beyond the first one. Yep, there's at least a piece of chrome right there. Chrome. Chiron? Because it's chromatic iron? Stop trying to get people to adapt random phrases. Like, no. No, you're not going to get people to refer to it as Crom or Chiron. Oh, this is Vault at. This isn't Vaultstone, this is the Ash. And it ate most of what would have been a chromatic iron vein. Oh well. Alright. let's continue in the direction that I have not already laid waste to. From. Ash. Ash. I will say, I should probably also do some raw vaults, not for like Crom or anything like that, but so I can go and finally get a Picarang. Because if I'm not just going to spend like my first 8 Echo on crafting one, I've got the heart already. Then I should probably go and get one from the vault while I have a decent chance. Make overworld Crom and other resource gathering easier, especially if I'm going to be anywhere near these thermal caves. Now the question is... Yep. Hi, little buddy. Too high up. Bye, little buddy. Oh, that's me. Did you just say you're probably just going to find one in the raw vaults, so you don't need more hearts? Yeah, but what? That's rude. You shot the little guy? He was just minding his own business. You didn't need to make him explode. Like, we could always just gather you a bunch of lead and see if we can craft you some lead lanterns. Though I have no guarantee that they aren't, mod locked, so you would have to unlock, like, mechanism or, thermal to craft them the first time. Spider dungeon, spider dungeon. Yeah, and I already got all the vanilla resources I needed out of that. In theory, I should mark it on the map. Yeah, it can be Spider Dungeon J. Don't ask me where any of the other ones are. Why is there... There's a loose item over here. Ink sac. Okay. It is not my fault or anything like that. It just exists. Got it. I was going to say, if it turned out I had managed, like, on my last visit to accidentally leave something behind, especially that blatantly on the map. Okay, I still need a point more in heal at some points. But I'm down here. Let's haste 2. Sure, it means, like, no difference for the, deep slate, because the deep slate is still more than instantaneous, so it's still, like, 8 ticks, so 2.5 blocks a second. But the tough is now instantaneous. Not as far as I know. It might vanish because of various HUD suppression pieces. But you're still subject to, like, completing the vault in the appropriate amount of time. So if you, say, have a minute 17 left, you can't just, force the raid room, no matter how close to the front it is. Like, if you can clear 3 waves in a minute, whatever, that's actually impressive given how quickly, or the loading times in this, but, like, yeah. Tough go burr. Sure, I was trying to shoot the bat, not the skeleton that's wandering around over there. Random diamond, random gold. Random creeper. Random zombie. Other random zombie. Okay, not spotting any chromatic iron in here yet. There's some. Not necessarily much. Because it looks like this was an ore vein that spawned overlapping the cave air generation. Alright. Any obvious good big caves visible from the tunnel I made? Yeah, that tracks. So that's a... Alright. Wrong button. Diggy, 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 diggy. Diamonds. Cool, I need those to run scavs. Vault Hunters does weird things to Minecrafters' priorities. No, I don't need people to promote my Twitch. Go away. The sad thing is they can't even, like, get decent, like, really fun names. Like, there's a couple of real words in there and then, like, random key presses, and it's like... They're not even, like, properly shaped key smashes or whatever. Where you could go like, yeah, they at least know what they're doing when they program the bot's name-choosing algorithm. Like, give me something like Goncharov Goblin ASDF or something. Long diamond vein is long. That was probably 2 chunks worth of generation. Or it's like, I think they can naturally spawn close to 10 or whatever, but I guess, like, yeah, you do get more than one vein in some cases. So that was a rather large chunk of them there. Alright. This is some of the strange modded cave generation where you get a tail off. I say it's strange modded because, like, this kind of termination, never seen in vanilla, even with, like, just mapping or whatnot. Because you don't get this shape in vanilla. And the fact that I walk in here and this is thermal cave over there, which you can tell because of the basalt. Deciduous forest. Yeah. I wonder what kind of coding they would need to put into the game to give, like, a decent, like, water walking that isn't, like, freeze the surface of the water, or, like, a run across the surface of lava or whatever. Feels like a strange shape. Like, yeah, it could be fairly normal for the modded, but, like, it looks... Yeah. Anyways. I feel like I'm playing day one. Where in the world is the vault stone? Like, honestly, I'm having fun wandering around anyways, so... I just wish we weren't in the update where they've added not just, we've still got the, decoy chromatic iron, but now we've got decoy bolt stone. Because that's what every player thinks we needed to add to this mod pack. Also, I love how there's, like, leaves just down here. How are we going to show that it's far too hot? Right, dead leaves. Fake chromatic eye. Well, not quite. Real chromatic art. like, yeah, in theory, you could make just, like, boots it, solidify it, or whatever. You've already got the code from Frostwalker. But, like, okay. Like, exactly how do you code? You have slightly cooled down the lava, but it will remelt momentarily. So that somebody can run across it. Okay. That was a small batch of crom, but I'm not exactly going for huge gains. In theory, I could check how much knowledge I could make now. But I am also trying to be a little more conservative in how much of my vault diamonds I'm using quite yet. Because if they get to the next hotfix and they've went, no. We think there's no issue with the balance of it being 18 to make one compacting drawer. Functionally equivalent to the old ones. We bumped up the diamonds just a little bit. No, we didn't do it by, like, ×9 or anything like that. But you should be getting, like, 3 more per vault. I have no clue whether or not any changes have been done to the amount of vault diamonds that commonly drop from what you call it. From gilded chests. This mine shaft's this way. See some iron next to tough. Has to contemplate very carefully if it looks like I should try and vein mine it or not. Because, like, if I was using the vanilla plugin that automatically does 100 and even, like, can mix what ore types just based on them being next to each other when you did it. Ow. Alright. Ooh, diamonds. You're not chromatic iron. Okay, that's fun to know. Because of the carvers being overworld, the mine shafts in these scorching ones don't necessarily get rid of the basalt. So, like, the actual cave shafts are just full. That, or the basalt cave generation happens after the carve out. Or whatever. Yeah, the scorching cave or whatever. So the scorching cave decorators fill up the cave. Mine shafts, despite the fact, like, the mine shafts are supposed to be open air. Yeah. Yeah, here's one of the big connector rooms. And it's just like full of random basalt. Vortex cannon. Whatever pneumaticraft. Alright. Like, I wouldn't be hanging around the cave spiders if it weren't for the fact, like, look, chromatic iron right here. Like, they're not a major threat. They, like, because of the thorns on my shield, they explode if they hit me fairly easily. And, like, the poison doesn't, like, last long enough to cause a major threat to me. And, like, I have a higher chance of just running out of food causing problems. And even that's easily mitigatable. I eat like one flesh or like the piece of bread I got out of the minecart. Seriously, where in the world is all the vault stone? Like, okay. Smart book, I get it. Now I understand why you mined out that entire thing when you found it. There's the stupid stuff. Right, let's not collect it as cobblestone. Let's collect it as the regular stuff that I can just stone cut into the polished for the turn in. Alright. Like, it makes for some weird, lore to the, Scorching Caves. If somebody could have been mining down here, and then the caves came in and filled in the, mine shafts with, the basalt. Something, something, lore implications. You dug too deep. You released the Balrog. And it's into interior decorating. And by that I mean it's putting up a... Did you did you accidentally compress all of your Yeah, that happens. Yeah. I have to be very explicit about, like, only compress it on the 3x3 and different things like that, and that's why I definitely want the full convert one and things like that. Especially because you need regular one. Like, at least you've got something to eat for the longest time. But, yeah. Something, something, I would love a reversible on this. Like, yeah, I accidentally made vault steak. Can I get a recipe that lets me decraft it back into 4 meat? I mean, all I'm doing is cutting it back into chunks before I cook it. And then I'm going to cram it together into one solid block. It's not unreasonable. Alright. Like, if you have anything you actually need to use it for in short order, feel free to wander past my place and borrow some of the blocks I've already got made. But if you aren't already cracking into, like, botany pots or whatever, like, fair. So, let's see. Like, maybe I should at some point. Oh, one thing to note with the auto feed, make sure that you've got at least some, like, already stored in there. Because you see, the auto feed block will, in fact, feed you vault meat, because the vault meat itself is also a low quality, but still technically food. Something went to go and make a deposit upgrade to ease my de-looting after a vault. Only increase the amount of crap I'm going to have to put away by hand. Okay, not only, but, like... Alright. Compress. Cook a stack of raw blocks. I don't need an entire stack of raw blocks, but... Or I don't need that much actually cooked. Alright. Carbon. Carbon. Close enough. I swear, you're going to need to just make yourself a backboard to launch yourself at. Alright. Deposit upgrade, deposit upgrade. There we go. No, you don't need to move the stack upgrade for that. Thank you. Alright. Let's compress some Alexandrite. I'll probably need to compress some Painite in a bit. Yeah. Are you currently using a modded wood or a standard wood for your what you call it, mailbox? Because the modded ones get a bit jank, and you have to break them or hopper the items out of it. Yep. It's a known issue with McRae's compatibility stuff, so it's not something they can really fix, and it's been present for devs only know how long. But they have addressed and marked it as known, can't fix, like not going to fix. That's why I knew I had to change mine out after I had to break it to get the, what you call it. Burr, burr, burr. When I used it to get the trident that got sent over. In theory, somewhere around, I've got some spruce upgraded fences, so... Like, in theory, I could ship them to you, and then they'll end up stuck in it, and then you can't do anything about it. But yeah, it's just like... Do a non-modded wood is about it at some point. Cobwebs. Alright. Oh. Redstone needs compressed. Help me, I'm being compressed. Says the JPEG. Sure. That one can stand that way. Ugh. Every day it reminds me I've gotta get closer and closer to actually putting other things away. And I'm just like, I don't want to. The entire point is that, like, eventually I'm going to have to build the system that makes my life easier. Why can't it be done now? Something. You know, that's really philosophical for somebody complaining about having to build a storage. Ooh, cool. I can tease somebody with silverfish. You're not supposed to have that. Tell that to the red spawners. If the red spawners stop giving me infested stone, I won't have it stored someplace. But it keeps giving me infested stone, so I can make infested stone out of somebody's base. Something. Modern Minecraft has the trolling far too easy. Okay. Over 300 chromatic iron ingots, 13 steel, for find 45 knowledge essence. Like, okay, yeah. I'll find 5 knowledge shards for an entire buttload of chromatic iron. Metric or imperial? I don't know. What do you drink your wine out of? Okay. Spare polished goes in there. Alright. That's nonsense. That's nonsense. That's nonsense. Technically, this is nonsense as well. So, nonsense box. Those go there. Technically compressible, but not decompressible. Like, I kind of want a decompression recipe for the ice, but I could do without it if I just, like, hooked up a turbo cube maker to, like, one of the 3-section storage drawers and use the make it dense 3x3er that I've already crafted. Like, yeah, it's a highly inefficient use of resources, given the fact it's 20 diamonds to make that. Already made it, so, like, I've already spent on one of them. But, like, yeah. Blue orchids can go in there. The rest of this is nonsense, except I should make... right. Wooden chunks weren't fitting right now. Because the stupid thing... was too full. Because I've taken all the steel out, I can't put it away automatically. And, like, using a different upgrade in that would not make that different, because it being empty is much different than all of it's been converted up a tier. Alright. One jewel pouch, some things to shove into the artisan station. At some point, I need to compress a bunch of my cobblestone again. Nonsense box gets some new residents. Spider eyes got put away. Bones! Alright. We make the dispenser out of the bowl we catch. Then we don't remember where in the world we put dispensers, so we just shake the whole thing and everything. Yes, there's dispensers. That makes perfect sense. It actually does. Like, okay, yes, it should go in box with redstone. Where in the world did I put name tags? I thought I had at least a couple already before this one. Because I don't think the altar's asked for all of my name tags yet. Let's see, that's empty. Okay. Next up. Identification. Wall climber. Yeah, that's what I want, right? That's as good as copiously gets at this level, but... gemstone and 5 silver is worth more to me than that, so do void upgrade on. We're going to put that lower than deposit. What's the damages if I go from belt to backpack? A pog and a chunk of Larimar. Okay. I'm out of pre-made pogs at this point, but I might as well convert that up to a full lunchbox as opposed to because, like, it does not hurt anything. To finish making it not much better. Lunchbox. We'll move this one down. We'll move this one down. It's set to miscellany, and I've got more than enough space. We specialize in promoting. Go away, next one. Maybe if you set your chat to followers only, it would help. Nah. Because, like, it's not subscribers only, and I'm not going to make people try and pay me, especially if I'm too lazy to set up a payment system anyways. Let's see. Back to what I was working on. Stack upgrade. Essence, Larry, Iron. Yeah, I don't have the pogs quite yet, but let's get this just a, right. Bop. Need the silk for the base. Chromatic iron. Disassemble one block. Because that gives me... Yep. And then I just come over here. 2 from this, 2 from this. And there we go. That makes a lunchbox with 16 times stack, because 4 times 4. Then we need pouch 1. Which is 2 of these Larrys. Two diamonds. 4 of those, and a silk. That lets us craft a pouch. And then we go in here. We load scav from memory. We continue to wonder whether or not we should swap living with wooden. We continue to not do so. Two, 3. Assemble one of these. Upgrade page 2. Upgrade base. Stack upgrade 1. Stack upgrade 2. Because if I need to, if I manage to get more than 256 of any given scav thing, well, one, why am I going after the one that I don't need to turn in that much? Okay, yeah, you might just get that many hordes at, like, extremely high levels, but, like, at that point, it's not going to matter that I've got a scav pouch with 4 stack upgrades in it. Or a 4x stack upgrade. Not 4 stack upgrades. That would be ridiculous. Because that would require it to at least be a lunchbox. And honestly, if you're doing a scav lunchbox, you're doing something weird. Especially if you need it to stack, because the room in that sucker? Like, you're not on this update if you have a scav lunchbox like that. You're on one of the older ones, and you keep not emptying it, so you've got, like, 4 different vaults worth of rotted, or not even rotted at that point, depending on how old the version is. Scav items. Alright. So I must have gotten the trinket from the scav. And, like, I'm not going to be annoyed about a free unexpected trinket, given the fact I spent 55 on my previous one. Okay, 1.9 is high enough up. That it's going in my chest of I'm going to regret this later. But not right now. Let's finish pushing the button that says that I can start the next vault soon. Put away the things in the artisan station. Contemplate whether or not I just wait for the black market to refresh. Maybe by starting on the next crystal. Pickles. It's an easy enough farm, but pickles. Anyways, let's mend up the tools real quick. GG. Okay. That goes there, that goes there. That goes there. In theory, I should name these so I know which one's which, but... Alright. Alright. Some coral, some pickles. And a warp stone. Oh, are you going to make a farm? Like, yeah. And by farm, I mean I'm going to swim down here and stick down these coral blocks and stick some pickles on top of them and hit them with bone meal. Because, like, yeah. I really should end up with botany pots at some point. But all right, bone meal. Really, I have no loose bone meal. I only have the blocks. Fine. Like, I get why they threw, why they were able to throw so many pickles at Pearl. Like, also, I've got sugarcane running if you need any. It's on Snad. Technically, so is this cactus, but I haven't turned it into a farm. It just kind of exists. Oh, Snad makes it grow so fast. Stands here for 5 minutes staring at it directly, waiting for it to give me more than the first two. It's shy. You can't be looking at it and it... Anyways, corals. See? You look away and then it regrows. Stupid trolling cactus. You see, a proper Snad cactus farm will grow fairly quickly. Just make enough spaces. No, I don't need people advertising my dang Twitch. If I wanted to grow, I wouldn't be like... I'd find something that people are currently watching. Maybe I'd go play Pragmata or something. It's story-based, sure, but it's also got, like, the action-adventure stuff, and, like... I already play in that genre a bit. And by a bit, I mean, several thousand hours of some individual games, and their later predecessors, which are arguably worse than their originals or their others, and people keep complaining about, but like, okay, yeah, we can complain about the lore. Yes, it is stupid for the lore that gives you the ability to completely dodge around somebody so you never see their face, and it's in fact a possible way to complete the mission, to then have the big end of story thing where you're supposed to think about what you've done and you're confronted by all the people you interacted with on your journey up there, to have him talk to you like you most definitely saw his face, and not like one throwaway line about, oh, don't you recognize me? Oh, right, you never looked me in the eye as you robbed me. Like, it would have taken, like, one little bit of a line. Because they, like, you put in the capability for me to sneak past all of his guards and through the back into his vault without dragging him there and having him explain this, thing that I actually know a little bit more about and definitely want to have. Yellow concrete becomes part of the next vault crystal. I need to go jar some chickens. After this vault. Because, like, I've got a crystal. Books, vials, drowned hide. Convenient. I need to go after living chests anyways. Pull from memory, pull from memory, pull from memory. Alright. Wooden coins. Okay, cool. Dweller, dweller. Wooden chest. Wooden chest. Wooden chest. No books yet. Yeah, old books is going to be a little bit annoying to get 5 of. Not impossible or anything, just a little bit annoying. Gunpowder sack, crates of apples. Like, apple crates are definitely worth looting. Because, like, even the, like, efficient farming methods outside of just buying them straight out from villagers are, like, fair. What? I could have sworn there was supposed to be like a third chest on that someplace. I was like, what was that sound? Oh, right. My, mana being drained away because everyone can tell I need my mana so badly. Oh no. I am hurting so badly because I don't have any mana. Anyways. Upstairs fails to jump. Like, that one might have caused me some problems if a creeper had spawned anywhere in it. Yeah, like one of those guys. Or that one. Like, shocking hit and its bowling method or whatever matters in cases where, like, I don't know, I don't kill them in one hit. Gilded. Anyways, that's more than enough coins collected. So I'm down to books and drowned hide. So in theory, I should just kind of like start running to more rooms and only care when I find living. And just kind of clip the wooden ones as I go. And they're extremely easy to get, sort of thing. But I could just finish the wooden and then run the rooms only for living. What do you mean almost half of them are supposed to be free? It's charged me for like all of them. You haven't actually been paying that much attention to it. You're just mad because you're empty on mana. Books, books. Books done. Apple crates or not. Illegal block in the back. That tells me... Secret? Secret. Secret coin piles, because they don't put anything else in these. Secret coin piles. Alright. Sweet. I can now compass my way to vendors. Yes, very intimidating as you jump behind the trapdoors. You can't figure out your way around. You scare me so much, dwellers. Cactus. Yeah, that's empty. Wooden, living. I said that they didn't manage to put the things in here. Like, I just opened those. Like, nothing inside. Nothing inside. You know what that means? No Iskallia plush. No stress monster plush. Like, they're supposed to be right here. I say as though I'm not wasting an extreme amount of my vault time that I should be using to go and get living. Yeah. Anyways. One drowned hide, 2 more to go. Coins already completed. No dungeon door to open for the compass. Wooden. Let's get this gilded real quick. And make our way to the next room. Nine and a half minutes. Arguably a little bit less to actually find the stuff. Downstairs is a bust. Upstairs. No secret. Time? Okay, that's either 1 or 2 minutes. 1 minute. Okay, this other secret's here. Which is currently coins and wooden. Not living. Close enough. Something completely negates the 1 minute, but cheeseburger deluxe. Wooden. Gilded. Nate. Wooden. Wooden. Enter the vault, and it's square. Alright. Living. Inscription. T-1. Drowned hide to go. Gilded, 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 gilded. My brain loves thinking up dumb ideas. Imagine if the pull items towards you effect of the magnets was instead replaced with a ability. So you had to, like, actively decide you want to pull everything towards you. Like, okay, yeah, you could, in theory, have a higher crank on it or whatever for power level or whatever. But it's like... Brick's chest holds button afterwards. Brick's chest hold button afterwards. That's a gilded... wooden... gilded... wooden... ornate boat, I think. Yeah. Wooden... fancy boots. Fancy boots all buy. Mod box for 12. Maybe not. Loot the ornate while I'm here, because I'm about to go down through the bottom of this boat. Living. What we got, boys? You guarding my last drowned hide? No. 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 Gilded. Ores. You got my last drowned hide in here? No. Or room. I feel slow at the moment, but like I'm not any slower this vault run than I've been recently. I'm just starting to feel the differential from last season. There's the last drowned hide. No living scrolls at all this run. Pixies? Pixies. Yeah, okay. Downstairs we go. And home. 40? 40. All right. Scav pouch back to standby. What is it that I have to get done to unlock the changes at 40? Because this is obviously locked behind something. So despite the fact that technically it's only a quest that says, hey, you just need to reach that level, you have to reach that level and make sure that you've done certain check-in things first. And it's like, really? Alright. Okay. Heckin' sleepy. 1025 would still need to jar some chickens and breed some of them up, so that means not really enough time to do that. Trapped pebble present. Cheeseburger? cheeseburger. Anyways. Yeah, like, oh look, now I have to grab these ones out directly and put them away. My box. Earned gold upgrade and standard grid. Okay, I probably didn't need to immediately convert that one from iron to gold, but it was funny. Press all the sandy rocks into sandy blocks. Well, one, you're using an RS system without drawers, but that's another matter. And two, you need a heat source in the space directly below, either magma block for 80% power, lava for 100%, or the blazing block, which you'll need some power infrastructure already built. It's supposed to be under it, not behind it. Since when did they add that you could do it from the side? Now, you're trying to make these into something, right? I think it needs the energizing rods, which are the laser things, and they get stuck on the side of the cable once you get them made. You got one yet? Yeah. There you go. By the way, easy upgrade you could do right now if you've got the Larimar on hand is stick Larimar and blaze rods into there and make just enough crystals to convert that into the blazing crystal block underneath instead of the magma. It will double your current output. Yep. Unfortunately, I do not have more of the wood or the lanterns to throw at you from that last vault. But I do apparently have one of your energy cables because magnets are magnets and... Bwop. I know it's not mine because I don't have power unlocked yet. I should probably go through the effort of unlocking it. Oh. Dang it. Like, it's fine. This is not actually that expensive to make. It would have been nice to be able to buy both of them right now, but I mean, it's 4 black opal is the hard part, and then it's like 4 blocks of chrome and a bunch of carbon. So, like, it's not resources I don't have. F1. If. Technically, I unlocked RS as my first storage mod. Just because, like, I wanted to make sure that I didn't increase the cost of the stuff, and it said RS didn't increase the cost, so I was like, okay. I'll take a Dowski modification that means I don't have quite so much trouble with stuff later. Like, yes. Nonsense boxes. Yahar. Grab me a pirate flag. Sea pickles. You need to be careful about throwing up pirate flags, or you're going to have to build your ship from, like, Season 2 again. Was it Season 2 or 3? Anyways. Stone, coarse dirt. Alright. Those definitely go in the main thing. Fine, I'll compress some of this cobblestone if you won't let me shove more things in here. Alright. Compress the cobblestone. Compress stone. There we go. Decide where in the world I need to stick a knowledge star. In my storage. Identify some things. Ooh, Omega Magnet. Hopefully it outclasses the one I currently got. I mean, it pulls better. And, like, technically, like, I don't care about the pole speed, so... So there's nothing saying I couldn't just kind of go, well, I don't care about the pole speed. Mm. Rarity? Anyways, that was a very expensive crap magnet. It gets to go... in here for nonsense. I mean, it's 7 more crit resistance than I currently have. Backup completed. health. Knockback resist. Yep. Okay. Well, I was wrapping up once restart happened anyways, so... Like, today was not bad, like... Overall. Let's see. One more health. Nah. They're pretty princess dress. Or, pretty princess dress shoes, but, like... They are not good enough to supplant the pirate boots I'm currently wearing. I remain on the high seas. Well. Anyways. Maybe something I'll set aside will be worth pulling up to level. Eventually. But until then, I've at least got the adaptive focus. So, that can go in the exotics. And I still have to go bag some chickens. I should take the other jars with me while I'm at it. Bonk. Alright. Scrap. We'll stick this knowledge star in here. Then we're going to go grab some chickens from outside someplace. We're going to put some Larimar away. Question our life choices, then go get some chickens from outside. Heard of pigs? Oh yeah, I've heard of pigs. There's a whole group of them right over there. Egg makers, get in the jar. I apparently have done something wrong. There is now a jar on the ground. Where'd the chicken go? I've done the reverse of catching chickens. Tell Iskallia I hate the new feature just a little bit. Like, it'd be okay if it weren't for the fact that it's like chickens like hiding in grass. Tries to distract the zombies with chickens, apparently. Get your butt in here. I've done a lot of work to have a thing full of 4 chickens. That's not a chicken, that's a spider. I think I move on. And we just deal with the fact I'm going to have to feed them seeds later. Dash 8, my beloved. I've missed you. Alright. And for ease of use, unlike all of these stupid animal pens, this one gets to go over here. So I can feed it its pellets directly. Now, did that net me 6 chickens? No, it netted me 4. Next cycle. Bones, flesh. Okay, everything's out of that one. More nonsense, more nonsense. Nonsense, nonsense, nonsense. I'll call those nonsense. Nonsense, nonsense. Nonsense. Nonsense, nonsense, nonsense. Animal jar. Oh, this batch gives me enough. Raw chicken gets to go in this, because that's food safe, right? Do, do, do. Dispenser. Wop. Barrel. Something was trying to do that. Wasn't trying to do that in that exact motion that I just did, but I was intending to pull the crystal and check the next one. 6 and a seal and perfect alexandrite makes the next scav. The next scav is all queued up. I've finished putting the nonsense away. Nonsense away, nonsense away. Technically, it might be good for me to throw, like, a bottle or 2 or 7 at this. Let's see. Yeah, 1305 out of 15, 16, is it? At 5 to 7 times 2, 10 to 14 repaired for each splash. Dang it. Dang it. There we go. Now it finished repairing the stupid sucker. Anyways. That is... that is a wrap. I think that's everything I need to queue up for the next time I play. Which... arguably, is going to just be, like... figuring out what all... gets me this. Because I really want those 4 Echo Gems. The orange will be nice, but I need to figure out... I know that I never have to actually complete the unique codex quest. That's cheap. That's cheap. That's an expense. But I've got the materials for it. That's endgame. I can make the Pog if I have to. But I'll leave that one for later in the cycle than the other ones. Tinket Forge? Tinket Forge. Leave the R in there when you actually type it. If you type Tinket Forge, it's not going to show you it. That's cheap. Yeah, so like, I'll be able to spam through 1, 2, 3. That's not expensive. Multiple builds just is going to require more black chromatic, and that's the expensive part of it. The annoying part of it is the glass, given the fact the last time I had to get glass, I just stole it from the village up above. But all of that's tomorrow's problem. So, I'll catch you all next time. Bye.